Well, turning now to the war in Ukraine, the death toll from Thursday's Russian missile and drone strikes on the capital rose to 31 people, according to the Interior Ministry today. Kyiv is observing a day of mourning following that attack, which was, of course, one of the deadliest in the capital since the start of the full-scale war back in February of 2022. Now, one person was also killed in a Russian attack on the southeastern city of Zaporizhia earlier Friday. For more from Ukraine, then, we're going to cross to our correspondent, Gulliver Cragg, in the central part of the country. Hi there, Gulliver. So what more can you tell us then about Thursday's attacks on the capital?
Well, with the rescue operations now completed, according to President Zelensky, the death toll standing at 31 makes it the deadliest attack on Kyiv in a little over a year. The most children killed in a single attack since the start of the war in the capital, I believe, 5 children among the dead. And what's happening now is analysis is coming in of what happened and why these attacks on the Ukrainian capital are getting more and more deadly. And the signs are pretty worrying. Ukrainian air defenses are not managing as well as they used to shoot down the missiles and drones that are used. In large part, that's because of the projectiles aimed at very on one city one night, and then a few nights later a different city. So many drones, more than 6,000 I believe used in the month of July, which is a record that month that just finished. Also, the quality of the drones is improving. The Russians have been using a new kind of adapted version of the Iranian designed Shahid drone, not in very large quantities, but these adapted versions can fly at more than 500 kilometers an hour. They are extremely difficult for the Ukrainian air defenses to shoot down, according to air defense experts who really don't seem to have an easy short-term solution to this problem. And then the rockets, it was a rocket that did the most damage in destroying a part of this 9-story apartment building in Kyiv. They're being fired from closer range. They're getting more accurate as well, and they're getting harder to shoot down. A little bit of solace came in the news from Germany today that they'll be supplying 2 more Patriot air defense systems, those American-made systems, which are the best at shooting down the rockets, but they're extremely expensive. The ammunition for them is extremely expensive. They can't be really used to shoot down hundreds of drones per night. And then you've got Donald Trump with his rhetoric criticizing Putin more strongly, raising hopes among some Ukrainians, but others are saying that at the same time as saying he's going to soon impose tougher sanctions on Russia, he's also saying that he's not really expecting those sanctions to work and that it was Biden's war anyway, not his. So Ukrainians are not really feeling very hopeful about developments on the diplomatic front either.
Gulliver, we've just got about a minute left, so quickly, if you can, following those large-scale nationwide protests, yesterday's parliamentary vote, of course, restored the independence of 2 key anti-corruption watchdogs. So does this mean the problem has been solved?
Absolutely not. I think that anti-corruption activists in Ukraine feel that the protesters there won a battle, but not the war. And the way that this law last week was passed in Parliament, clearly at the insistence of Volodymyr Zelensky, clearly shows that he's prepared to potentially sacrifice Ukraine's European ambitions, because this was a law that clearly was going to go against the criteria needed to join the European Union in order to save the skin of his friends and associates who are accused of corruption. And that's really changed the attitude in Ukrainian public opinion towards him and his administration. I think they feel that they're going to have to be extremely wary going forward. And we'll see what happens with the cases against one associate of Zelensky that is thought to have triggered the passing of this law. Just next week, there's a court date.
Gulliver Cragg, thank you very much.